Set, ready, 50, plant.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they work this. The 29, a gain of 4.
Who needs up? Who needs up when you got D like this?
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You draw corporate. Back. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Joe. 54. Watch 54. Double dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing is Wilson. A screen to Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. On the ground, Forte, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I-7.
2nd and 9 now. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Get the sneaker.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Running from the gun, Johnson, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run on 1st down. Bell, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go, 14. Check set. Go.
On 1st down, it's Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Watch time. Tight end right. 4 down. Watch out. Hey.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, D.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Just like that. Bravo.
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep doing it.
3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run on 1st down. Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll go again with Bell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Got some room at the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better. You will never. And take shots.
Repeatedly most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this ass.
championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
There ain't no time, this it. Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's God. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch.
Since I blew, they all on my hey, back then they know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. X slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Ready? 10 2 stop. 54. Hey, we gotta get the stop here, D. Ready?
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Check. Fresno.
Derrick Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
X3, 218, jump. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. The open man is Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
61, matchbox lights, and Alpha.
Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 8-3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his first career. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Titans 7, Falcons nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All day. 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, South. All right, 25.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Titans 7, Falcons nothing.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. 54 miles. And come on out here. Come get some. Ready?
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Hayden Hurst, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He's checking.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Stepping up. And he lost the football. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. He spins through. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind. But
and this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Ryan. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
20, 20.
They go play action now. Ryan. This is caught. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
General West. 54. Here we go. Check. Cross. Snap.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 12 at the 31-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 45 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ryan. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too. It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw on third down, Ryan. It's caught, Jones. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
6-6, pull it high. For this, they still playing soccer.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Tannehill. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
218, chop.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
On third down, Ryan. This complete to Jones. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Ryan. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. To throw is Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Jack Crawford providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone, so a change of possession here. On the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Go on. Slam. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over them. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
55.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. To throw again on second down. Ryan, he completes it to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Look at me, zipper. 5.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Right there, 54, right there.
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
He's back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point right down the middle. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. A win would be their second on the young season. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Ryan to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Now Brown, he lost the football. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Titans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.